Morning Thailand supported by Wings Learning Circle, customized English course for your business. And welcome back to our program. You're watching Morning Thailand with Phi Golf and of course คุณเชนสวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ สวัสดีครับ
Now คุณเชน I think Article 7 would probably be confused by a lot of foreigners as well as some Thai people. I'm one of those. What is the unelected Prime Minister? Is that even doable? Because I think there's a lot of debate around whether or not it is possible for the King to appoint the Prime Minister for us, or even appropriate at this point for His Majesty to have to do that.
There are so many questions in the sentences.
Okay.
But first, I would say the article itself is not that confusing.
Okay.
Because it simply say that whenever no provision under this constitution is applicable to any case, it shall be decided in accordance with the constitutional convention in the democratic regime of the government with the monarch.
Okay.
So
Can you say it in
I think the confusing
normal words?
Thing is that how people interpret it and use it as a tool.
You know what though, I have to say one thing. Of late, it seems like we have to learn more about the laws and how to
Right.
interpret the law.
Right.
It's almost like if you're not a lawyer, you will miss out on a lot of things.
But the thing is that this is quite a comeback of the Article 7.
This is
Okay.
not
Because
the first time that we
the
hear
issue has
about
been
it.
raised from time to time in the Thai society. The first time I have heard of it was back in my college years,
Okay.
during the Yellow Shirt rally,
Demonstration,
trying
yeah.
to oust the exiled Prime Minister Kun Thaksin Shinawatra. Many political fighters currently, I would say, at first they would start as Yellow Shirt, then
Okay.
some of them turn into the red, and
Okay.
right now many of them fighting as against as well as side by side each other at Kun Suthep protest.
Okay.
In the past, the article has been used in 1973 when Kun Sanya Thamasak, the rector of Thammasat University at that time, was appointed Prime Minister in a caretaker government when the Prime Minister Marshal Thanom Kittikachorn fled the
Yeah.
country after the massacre.
And that was the circumstances. But in this particular situation, would it be possible or appropriate?
Well, I don't know. That one was massacred, right? But this one
It's
not
just
yet.
a demonstration.
Right.
I think let's look at first Kun Suthep says he would like to propose the use of Article 7 to get a royal granted Prime Minister along with Article 3 and Article 64 that Kun Phai already mentioned. Not only the appoint Prime Minister, but these three articles as a combo would have the People Assembly to reform the country set up as well. One criticism of these three particular articles is that they do not clearly state the mean of how the new government will be set up or be achieved, because they state just that the sovereignty belongs to the Thai people and the people have the right to assemble and associate. But in my opinion, I would say that during this time that the Internal Security Act is being employed right now in Bangkok, it's quite already deprived the right already. Not to mention that what constitutional right would be left if the protest tomorrow escalates to the point that the government had to elevate the law into the emergency decree.
Right.
However, I would say for anyone to try to propose the use of Article 7, there has been a talk, and one of the anti-climax of this issue is that the King himself in April 2006, he said that the use of Article 7 in appointing the PM is undemocratic.
Right.
Yes.
For the monarch to pick and the unelected person to be the Prime Minister.
I think His Majesty has been trying for the
Not
past
to
years not to intervene. And as you mentioned yesterday, the reason His Majesty the King has not come out and say anything, it was due to this fact that he wants the democracy here in Thailand to just evolve itself instead of just going back to monarch.
Right. One of the comments from many journalists, especially the foreign ones, is that to have appointed PM is far from democracy, which means the rule by the people.
Right.
And it is more likely to be aristocracy, which is the rule by the best. But the good prime minister, not even the best one, is the one that can be checked and criticized. And Kun Ying Lak, whether you like her or not, we have been
through a
criticized.
lot.
That's true. That's true.
Right now, there's one particular incident that quite very I would say conflicting in the political arena right now is that the group of university rectors or president have come out demanding that the PM resign and to have the appointed PM and the cabinet, the caretaker government, to run the country during the political power vacuum time. Nonetheless, the group is now being highly criticized as well by the many sectors, especially the academics from their own universities. I believe that there will be an open letter issue very soon. So we will have to wait and see what the academic would say.
Right.
With the demand calling for the Prime Minister to resign, is it necessary to have a caretaker government? Can we just hold another round of election?
Isn't that like what Kun Suthep did not want? Like, I don't know. I read from the newspaper before, and that was like one of the things.
Now
that was
there are
mentioned.
two ways that is possible.
Right.
The first one is that the entire government says it is doable.
Okay.
And the second one is that the government says it is not doable.
Yes, right.
Great.
The Thai will see in
But-
the opposite direction.
In our country, I would say anything can happen. So we will
Yes.
have to wait and see. We cannot really speculate much today.
At this point, that's true because technically we are pausing
And,
right now to celebrate His Majesty the King's
Only
birthday.
one day.
Yes.
Well, it's better than nothing because the thing is,
I was about to say that.
yeah, because from what we have seen, it was just so it's frustrated as well as stressful in the past weeks that we have to be living in. Even like working environments right here in the MCOT headquarters, there has been like
Troops.
troops, police, and soldiers who have to be in place, hoping to make sure that everything is in order.
But one thing that is certain is that now the military say there will be no coup, and the political conflict have not gone to the point that the authority outside the elected government had to step in yet.
Right.
We will have to be with Kun Ying Lak for a while.
And that's one of the things that a lot of people criticize us as well, whether or not we are democratic enough in terms of have to respect her. And I think at this point, having the appointed, for me personally, appointed PM might not be one of the good answers, especially in the eyes of the global as well, community as well. All right, with that, we have to end the show because we're run out of time. But of course, if you have any more questions, it's very intense. I know it's very difficult to understand. So any more questions, you can email us as morningthailandshow@gmail.com or always watch our playback at youtube.com/morningthailand or facebook.com/morningthailand. As of today, thank you, Wings Learning Circle, customized English course for your business.
And of course, thank you very much for tuning in. We will see you again tomorrow. And today, let's say that it was an auspicious day.
Yes, and also National Father's Day.
Oh, yes,
so
of
it's different
course.
from you can say Happy Father's Day to your dad as well for today. And as of now, I'm Golf.
Fine.
Chen.
สวัสดีค่ะ